Hey guys, Samson here from EXIT Bayou Realty, man. Hey man, I wanted to make a quick video for those of you who are new to real estate, man. I'm a new realtor, and I want to really just kind of document my journey, man. Start this channel to begin documenting my journey, man. And this is definitely um, I mean, I don't know what you call it, bro, like a dream or something like that, man. It's a dream come true. I don't know. But man, I've always aspired to become a realtor, man. I'm 29 years old, born and raised in Alabama, but currently I live in Louisiana, man. And man, I've been through some things in life, and I'm currently at this age and stage now, man, where procrastination is no longer my friend. It is my enemy, and I look to destroy it by all means. And I'm looking to, man, really just conquer and take my dreams, man, take over with my dreams, dude. So, with that being said, dude, I'm here. As I mentioned, man, my name is Samson, 29, and I'm a realtor here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, man. And man, it is pretty cool, bro. It is actually just a journey, man. I know it's a business, but really the main thing, dude, is the process, right? Now, I'm making this video for those of you who are in the beginning stages. Now, what do I mean by the beginning stages? Well, maybe you're studying, okay? You're looking at which brokerage to go with. You're looking at, you're reading the books, you're looking at the content, or maybe you were just like me, man. I was procrastinating, had signed up for the school and knew that this was something that I wanted to do for a very long time, but just kind of put it off, man, because of things that were going on. Till finally I got a hold, man, of this thing called focus. And yeah, man, that's what brought me here today, bro. So in this video, man, I'm kind of just gonna go through the stages up until this point. So I'm 2 weeks into being a realtor, and man, from everything from my brokerage, bro, to the people, to the feedback, my social media, things have just been clicking, bro, and taking off. And man, I couldn't be more grateful. I know it's all to the man upstairs, man, Christ himself. I'm a believer, yes. And also, in addition to that, man, I'm a family man. So with those things that are right there, him behind me or him above me, and my family behind me, man, I couldn't ask for more, bro. So how does this go, bro? What led up to this point? You're 2 weeks in. What's going on? What happened before? So, man, I tell you this. So I took my classes online, right? I started with the online classes, right? Took an online class in Louisiana. You have to do 90 hours in order to qualify to be an actual agent, right? So you had to do a 90-hour class, and then after that 90 hours, you didn't have to pass the exam, right? So I did the 90 hours, and within that time, and maybe it took me about 2 months. Now, here's the thing about my process or my stage right now. So my stage and the phase that I'm in, I'm actually a teacher. In the daytime, I would say the daytime I'm a teacher, and then aside from that, I do real estate, right? So you can say that real estate is my side hustle, what we're doing, but I really don't look at it like that, man. Real estate is my business, right? And my service is to be a teacher. That's how I look at it. But anyway, I was doing, my teaching in the daytime, and then I would come home at nighttime and crush out the school portion for real estate. So I did that 90 hours, and within that time, and I just began putting things together. Like I knew that I would need to join a brokerage, right? So I began looking at brokerages. I never felt that I was always like doing things too early, right? I would go out there and look at brokerages in the middle of me taking my classes. I would go out there and make connections with other realtors or other agents in the middle of me taking classes. I just knew that everything would come together and it would all make sense in the end. So I did that. And like I said, I was just, making my networks, making my roundabouts, making my connections, studying the market, studying different things, watching YouTube videos about, the ins and outs, what to do, what not to do. And yeah, bro, that's what led me on this path. And yeah, got done with the school, and it was time to study, right? It was time to, next step was to take the test. So I took about 2 weeks to study, right? I took about 2 weeks to study. So school let out for the summer, and I took those 2 weeks. I took about 2 weeks from summer to just strictly study. Now, mind you, I'm a businessman, so I do have a family, have kids. Just had twins, man. I have a beautiful fiance, and man, do we we're barely sleeping at this point, but we're here, right? We're survive we're together, man, but we're surviving, right? But yeah, within that time, man, studying for 2 weeks, and kind of just really gave it my all, right? I would go to the library and make sure that I've blocked out an hour, if nothing else, to just strictly study, right? Now I'm gonna get into how you can study and what to study in later videos, I guess. But for right now, I would just say that the way that I studied, right, and the way that I took the exam, I really feel like that's what propelled me to success when it came to the exam, right? So studied for 2 weeks, strictly studying my material, writing down notes, making sure that I read, making sure that I highlight, using ChatGPT if I needed to, and really just dedicated to the process, man, and enjoying it too, bro. Really enjoying learning what I'm learning. I wasn't studying just to like get it get it out the way. I really wanted to know this information. So I studied, and then I went and took the exam, dude. Man, God is good. Passed the exam on the very first try. Now, that is pretty, from what I understand, that's pretty cool, man. That's a pretty cool thing, because the exam, really say the exam can be hard for some people, man. I will say that it did have me sweating, bro. It did have me like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. That test is pretty, long. The exam is pretty long, but dude, it is what it is, man. You got to get through it. Make sure that you can study, bro. Make sure that you have your process. I would say that's probably the number one key. Making sure that you read the questions slowly, right? Have a process for taking the exam. My process was answering the questions that I did know first, right? So that way I'm not spending too much time answering what I don't know, and it's stopping my momentum, right? So using all my brain power right then and there for what I do know. And then number two, I went back and answered the math question. So on the, I want to say on the national portion and on the state portion, there's a two-part exam, national and state. I want to say that there's math on both of them. So I made sure that I had my second to-do list, or the second thing on my checklist, was to answer the math questions. And then number three was I went back and answered the questions that I didn't know, right? So the questions that I flagged, the questions that I kind of left blank, and the questions that had me wondering, I went back and answered those last, man. And would you know, man, like I passed the exam on the very first try, as I said. So that was a huge momentum boost for me. Like, oh my gosh, bro, I did this. Now, we'll say this, man, that kind of was a breakthrough for me, because I've always been like a C student, bro, in school, right? I never really was like the AB honor roll student. Though I have intelligence, though I have smarts, though I have wittiness, I never really was like the AB student. And I know why, man. I really didn't try in school. I was very lazy, procrastinated. I just wanted to get home to play a video game and hang out with friends. That was my main thing. I made an A on those things, right? So anyway, man, passed the exam on the first try, and bro, brought me here, man. Within that time, dude, after passing my exam, I think the day I passed my exam, I went to a brokerage that I had saw that was right by the house, dude. And would you know, bro, like that, the brokerage, when I walked in, very first moment that I walked in, I'm big on energy. Very first moment that I walked in, y'all, dude, energy was immaculate. Greeted me with a warm welcome. Hello, how are you? They thought I was a customer at first. They really didn't know, like, hey, are you like a customer? What's going on? You here for somebody? And man, I just introduced myself, man. I can walk into any room and just really have a conversation with anybody. I was an Air Force kid, so that's really just who I am. That nature kind of, I just embody that, like that gift, I could say. I can walk into any room and start a conversation. So I walked in the room, I had myself, put together a little bit, had a little collar shirt on, I was actually picking up some food for the the wifey there, man, and just happened to make a little quick dip. I wanted to get in and out before food get cold, but I wanted to introduce myself, make the statement of who I am, and then, get some names and then dash out, right? But got in there, met the broker and her husband, and they wound up being a really, really cool couple, bro. And dude, like all the way up until this point, dude, from the time that I signed the dotted line to join the brokerage and said, hey, I want to join this brokerage, up until this point, dude, this has really just been nothing but doors opening and God showing out, bro. They have helped me with everything from getting getting set up to or through my brokerage, all the way to setting me up for to be a realtor, bro. And so, if you guys are agents or realtors, you know the difference. So there's difference between an agent, a real estate agent, and a realtor, right? In the state of Louisiana, you have to be a realtor if your brokerage or your broker is a realtor, right? So a realtor is it's a real flex, bro. And dude, they like my broker, her husband, they looked out for me. It came a point to where I was like, dang, bro, these fees to be a realtor, bro, is real. It's kind of like a little, exclusivity type of thing, bro. Like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like a little, I got that cologne, and dude, man, looked out for me, dog. Like held me down, paid the bill, should I say? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they took care of me. So that was huge, man. That was another thing that was huge. And it's really just been this momentum of like, man, this like, wow. And really just learning the ins and outs, man, learning how this business flows. So making this video for you because I want to say something before I just go on and kind of, rabbit trailing there. But I really want to make something clear about becoming a realtor or real estate agent, whatever you are, considering agency or considering being licensed. Dude, this is a hustle business. I don't really think many people understand that. Many people get their license and they're waiting like waiting ducks. No, bro. Like this is a hustle business, right? Number one, you have to be ready to help people, and number two, you got to be treat this like your business, dog. Like this is your houses are your product, bro. Like this is your product. How do you market and sell your product is up to you, right? So, dude, really just been on my grind, man. I've been in sales, man. I was in luxury car sales. So on the luxury side, I worked for BMW for quite some time. And dude, I got to know a lot of things there. Got to see a lot about my gifts and talents, and I also did property management prior to that. So I got a little bit of sales and marketing down pat. I won't say a little bit, but I am very comfortable when it comes to sales and marketing. I do know how this works, and the psychology behind things. I try to study things like that. The law of averages. Things like that really make an impact into the results that you're looking for. So yeah, man, this is a hustle business, man. I just want to let whoever's watching know that if you're thinking about becoming an agent, dude, know that this is your business. All right. And yeah, you gotta want to succeed, bro. You gotta want it. You gotta want to see people succeed. You gotta clap for whoever's, the top dog, because guess what, man, there's enough for all of us. That's my mindset. There's enough for everyone. There's enough money. There's enough listings. There's enough buyers. There's enough sellers. There's enough for everybody. You just got to look for them, right? In the Bible, I think it's Matthew 7:7. It could be wrong, but it says, ask and it shall be given. Seeking you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open unto you, right? So that is the mindset that you have to have, man. You got to be hungry, man. You got to be ambitious. You got to be willing to take the risk, right? You got to be willing to do the things that nobody else want to do. This is my mindset. Coming into this business, I wanted other realtors to say, if I wasn't a realtor, I want Samson to be my realtor. Now think about that. If I wasn't a realtor, would I want you to be my realtor? That's a big question. Okay. So once you have that, if you could answer that with solid, a solid yes, with a grounded yes, you know, not moving, immovable, I think you on your way, right? So, guys, that kind of concludes my video. Like I said, 2 weeks in, bro, and dog, like we feeling good, man. We feeling gravy, baby. We feeling. Now, of course, you got your day, you know, but we don't even look at that, man. We keep going. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep thinking, keep creating, keep thinking outside the box, keep going, yeah, just keep, man, just keep. That's the mindset. And eventually we'll rise to the top, because why? Cream always rises to the top, baby. So that is that, man. Hopefully this video truly helped somebody, helped you. If you have any questions, man, please let me know. As always, family, please like and subscribe to this channel, man, so it gets on the algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, just aside from that, if you got anything, man, any comments, make sure you show love, bro. And yeah, that's it, man. As always, it's a pleasure, dude. And yeah, till next time, peace.